Bonjour, Guten Tag, and bienvenidos to the EU Weekly. This is a very special edition of the EU Weekly today. This is the second qualifier for the Scrubs tournament. I am one of your commentators' picks. I am being joined today by Melqui. Mel, how are you doing today?
Hey everyone, I am doing good. I am excited. I had to miss most of the NA Weekly last night, so just caught a little of it. So I'm excited to see what Scrubs holds for us this tournament season.
Yeah, let's while we're waiting for our runners to ready up, let's talk a little bit about what the Scrubs tournament is. This is a tournament geared more towards newer runners who are just starting to make their entry into competitive OoTR. And so the settings are a little bit different than the weekly settings that you are used to seeing. Our runners are going to be starting with 2 songs, one of which will be Prelude of Light. And our goal today is going to be to get 3 spiritual stones to open the bridge to Ganon's castle, and then also getting the Shadow and Spirit medallions in order to get the Ganon's castle boss key. There are a few other smaller changes that we can kind of talk about as they come up, but that's really kind of the headline for what we're doing today.
The only other thing of kind of note, we do have Burning Cack off, so that is a different change, and we're back to Wath style hints.
That is correct. We are going to have 5 Wath hints, 5 Baron hints today. Hopefully guiding these runners a little bit more than what you may have with path hints or a smaller number of hints. And this is also the
talk about Scrubs while we're waiting for the rest of the runners to ready up. How are we doing on that?
Yeah, we are just waiting for one more ready up. I just asked them so we can start the race. And until that, we can definitely talk about what Scrubs is and how it's cool.
Yeah, so this is the second of 16 qualifiers. The qualifiers are open to any member of the community in good standing. So if you are a longtime viewer looking to make your entry into competitive rando, this is really a great opportunity. But these are going to be running for about the next 4 weeks. We're also going to have some async qualifiers that will be opening up here shortly.
Like Alpha Mario getting a little impatient showing us the screen.
Yeah, we should actually talk about our 2 runners. Alpha Mario was in the Scrubs tournament last year. We actually played each other in the loser bracket finals of the Minuet group. And then Puff Puff, I believe, was not in the previous tournament, but I have seen him around in League and playing for a little while.
Puff Puff currently, I think both of them are actually currently doing the Triforce Blitz tournament over on Silver Gauntlets. Gave What the Hell's Happened a little run for their money.
Yeah, Triforce Blitz has been really interesting. I haven't watched a ton of it. I've seen some of the results. It really seems like a mode where anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one runner had a little tech issue. They will be back in a minute, and then we can finally start.
Let's go. It would not be an Ocarina of Time randomizer restream if there were not technical difficulties somewhere involved.
That is correct. Techie's shoes are strong with us. Yeah.
But yeah, we did get a little look here. We are starting with one of those stones. All 3 of those gets us into Ganon's castle. And you mentioned we're automatically starting with Prelude. And our other song is Sun Song. And I imagine these are both very nice starting songs for newer runners who, maybe they're not as technically capable to route in time of day. Skull routing, I believe 40 and 50 are still turned off
Okay.
this season.
I'm sorry for interrupting you. We are just ready, so we can actually start the race now. In a few seconds. So you can still have your argument. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No problem. I was
Yeah.
just filling the silence because I am
Yeah.
uncomfortable with silence.
Sun Song is a really great early routing song. Especially when it comes to skulls, like you mentioned, we only have to get to 30. But it is sometimes hard to get there. You do not need all the medallions to finish. We just need the 3 stones and Shadow and Spirit medallion today. So ideally, by removing 1 dungeon, the seed will play a little bit faster for some of these runners. And we are in Adult CAC.
Wow.
As convenient of a start as you can get.
Yep, very nice. And of course, both gonna start that routing here, go up, check man on roof. Both having a little trouble. I hate this jump. I feel like the consistency of this jump is a lie.
Yeah, I think if you're not warmed up too, and this is the very first kind of fine movement that you're doing, it can definitely be kind of tricky.
Yep. And both of them getting it on the second try. Let's go. Oh, shoot, the sun is dead. I suppose that's another change we should talk about as we see that small chest with kind of nothing of importance in it. There is no CSMC or CTMC on right now, so we're just gonna be seeing those vanilla chests.
That is that is correct. The thought process from the tournament team is, especially when we're dealing with newer players, CSMC creates sort of an unconscious pressure to you as a runner to skip small chests because you're trying to go as fast as possible. So like the same way we started the runners with 5 hearts, one of the other subtle changes, removing CSMC takes away that pressure for the runners to skip the small chests, pick up the health that they need. Vanilla Storms.
I like Vanilla Storms.
Yeah, Storms before you get to Child Kokiri Forest is really nice. Riding that Storms Grotto back in can get kind of awkward with late storms.
Mm-hmm. Is this even rando? I mean, maybe.
With the 5 starting hearts, there's 2 heart containers removed from the pool that are just replaced with 2 more blue rupees.
In case you didn't find enough nickels along the way already.
Yeah. Which is just shield money.
Just shield money. Until you find the bow or the bomb bag and find out what those nickels are actually supposed to be. Alright, Huffpuff, not forgetting about Sunsong Grave. And nope, there you go.
Yeah, really nothing interesting so far. So we may see these runners back to Child pretty early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you never know. I think some runners really favor doing Adult River just to make sure that they can get in there and get those hints.
Yeah, the hints are good. You're creating the Orphan with Frogs one, which is always a little bit worrying, especially with early storms. But yes, hints are very powerful in this. Like we mentioned, there are 5 Baron hints in the pool now, which is going to close off an additional, looks like an empty bottle. But it's going to close off an additional 2 areas of the game for you. So getting something like an early Valley Foolish or Lake Foolish can definitely be very powerful. Some of the test settings races we've seen, you see Foolish Deku right outside Deku Tree. You get some good stuff with some extra Foolishes.
Oh yeah, yet another thing. It is Open Deku.
Yes, we are back to Open Deku, especially for a newer player. Deku is some very nice early game free density. Even if you're starting with one of your required dungeon rewards, it's still 50-50 that you have to do it anyway. So it's really comfy in the early game to know like you have your Deku security blanket that you can always go to. It's probably progression. You're getting checks. You're getting skulls. That's 3 pretty free skulls.
Your emotional support seedling, sapling.
Yeah.
And yes, sorry everyone. The weeklies this week only are the scrub settings, so they're not going to be changing up the settings command since we've already started the second. So we will do our best to do little recaps, or you know, maybe we just copy and paste text. And there is Huffbuff playing Prelude. Let's see if it's just a info grab or if he'll be going Child. Like
yeah.
There we
Take a
go.
quick peek at the pad. Or Spirit, Water, Shadow, Jabu, Fire. So we have to do Jabu, Fire, DC, and
Deku, I think.
Yeah, Deku. It's a fairly comfy layout. Hammer can be pretty nasty.
Thank you, Kinra. We'll get that updated on here. Yeah, starting with a stone and Deku and DC as your other 2 stones. I'm not saying something is in Ganon's castle for sure, but that feels a lot like something might be in there. Is that a scale?
Yeah, I could not see it. It looks like that he's interested in it though. Oh, there it is.
Hey, let's go. Gomask is dead.
Nocturne OT.
I thought we weren't supposed to be getting Oot hints in this.
So OOT is a sometimes hint in this distribution.
Okay.
So good info. In these settings, Prelude is an always hint.
Yeah.
So we don't know what song is behind Spirit yet.
Yeah, that scale on top of DC, that's gonna be really nice for Alpha Mario. Huffpuff, I assume we'll pick that up somewhere along the way, but that just makes your routing so much more convenient.
Yeah, that yeah, and that also allows Alpha Mario to full clear river, and not have to worry about orphaning Frogs 1.
Yep. And Domain is foolish. There is no song on Burning Cack. It is guaranteed junk, Kinra.
Yes. It is I think it is always a blue rupee. Yeah, so the quals are open to all players. The scores are based more around the average time than they are the top times, like you see with the main tournament. So having top players enter gives us a better picture of what the true average time for the seed is. So I know it can be a little bit intimidating. My first Scrubs qual last season, I lost to Cariosa by 2 hours. As you do when you're very new at this game.
That do be happening. Yeah, so I think it's also just nice for newer runners to get an actual sense. How do they compare to these top runners? And what a great feeling when you are, you know, within an hour of where they finish.
Yeah, you're gonna see that time go down. The other benefit you have too is that you're going to, especially on these weeklies where we have 60 plus entrants, you have a wealth of VODs that you can take a look at too, which is a big part of the learning process, is seeing how more experienced players approach the same seed. I think this is an interesting choice for Alpha Mario, considering that he did just get that scale.
Yeah, having that guaranteed access, it is an interesting choice to still come up Adult River, but I suppose the idea is probably it's faster to do it as adult and you're getting that information. Because it's just as likely as any other place that River is foolish. Domain was already foolish, and I feel like all of the Zora areas clustered together.
Alright, GGG Wath.
Yeah, and we did have a Goron City Wath as well. And there is a hookshot. See? And a wallet.
There's value.
Okay. Sure game.
Yeah, so really gonna be able to pick up a couple convenient skulls here too. I did not see what was on Talon's chickens. Was it anything important?
It was a wallet.
Alright.
And Frogs 2 dead.
Very nice.
Serenade. Which is kind of unfortunate because we have Prelude.
we have Prelude at home.
And free Scarecrow.
Yeah, water is also not a required dungeon. Oh, just missed the skull. Oh, this might be carrying that into an adult Lost Woods. That's a interesting choice. And Frogs 1 is dead.
There's a hint for Frogs 1. See, like,
yeah, no
Mario
punishment
didn't know
at all.
that this was kind of a god route decision, but that is kind of what that paid out to be.
Oh.
But yeah, I agree.
We have a vanilla.
Oh, go ahead.
Do we have a vanilla child spawn? I just saw Hufflepuff come out of Link's house.
That's hilarious. I had that yesterday too. Like, what? Yeah, frogs are going to be totally ignored, and Mido's with a strength. Oh, and a slingshot. So
yes, Deku's in logic.
Nice.
Yeah, we are a bomb bag away from Ganon's access. I believe that was that BGS in there too? Yeah, strength, slingshot, and BGS.
Alpha Mario seems to be not.
Oh, there
you go.
Free Scarecrow.
Yep, that free Scarecrow, real nice. Oh, okay, another slingshot that we have half access to. Copy of that Goron City Wath. So that strength is interesting because that actually gets us up to Vanilla Bomb Bag in Dodongos.
Yeah, that does. It gets us all the way to the Vanilla Boat Chest, I believe, depending on how our song layout works out.
Yep. Copy of Wait, that was our third one? I thought we only had 2.
We had one at the castle.
Yeah, Lullaby being Minuet Saria's locked, it's so interesting, the song shenanigans in this, especially Sacred Forest Meadow.
Yeah, there's been some good value for Alpha Mario extending this adult route.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Deku
Yep.
Tree had one. Okay, thank you.
And 30 is dead.
Yeah, Goron City Double Walk. That is very interesting, and again, you know,
Yeah,
Lullaby has a lot of value in a double Wath scenario like that.
Yeah, considering that how many checks there are bomb locked as well.
Mm-hmm. So, Composer Grave Torches. Nothing.
That's a really nice one if you have Lullaby and no fire source and you're not super confident on the trick to do it out of logic.
Mm-hmm. That is one of the worst doors in this entire game. I like that color for Big
Yeah,
Goron
it's a nice
over there.
green.
Yeah, so not having that strength, not having a bow or Song of Time, Alpha Mario did not even peek the lobby of Forest. It's not a required dungeon as far as we know. We have not seen our prelude hint yet.
Spirits are forest mid.
Oh.
Forest is light mid.
Oh, okay.
So that prelude check is pretty deep.
There we go. Thank you, trackers. I was reading what we had on here. They must have got... We, since there's no spoiler log for a actual qualifying race like this, we just have to pay attention to the actual screens of the runner.
Have to actually watch the game. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Mm-hmm. And Huffpuff really gonna make good time on skulls, honestly. Picking up a slingshot early is very helpful, because even though you're starting with your consumables, sticks can be hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
But there are always seed refills in grass. Huge shout out to our wonderful trackers, keeping us in line. All right. Puff Puff gonna go for B1 skip here.
Yeah, this is an interesting setup.
I don't know this one, yeah. Pretty sure we already saw child shooting, but I don't know what was on it.
Yeah, I think it was nothing. Child market is pretty awkward to route in these settings because with Prelude you could do it really whenever.
Yeah. And Sunsong, like, you almost want to just wait. But then Richard has something.
This is a keyboard setup. Is Huffpuff a keyboarder?
It's a... okay. I don't know that Huffpuff is a keyboard player, but it's good to know that that's what was going on there, because I was like, you're just one roll away. Just one roll.
Just tap C up.
Thanks heaps.
Yeah.
Dang, broken stick there.
We did not see Richard. There is potential value in this. I think a lot of players may try to put this off because of how free it is to just do market. I think a lot of players may try to put it off until you have a bomb bag.
Oh no,
and just
Huff. So, an unfortunate thing about pulling out the slingshot here, it does lose you your broken stick. So even though you don't have to wait for the eggs to drop, you know, choose wisely between those. If you've only got one hit left like that, makes sense. Yes, Hyrule Castle was the first Goron City Waff hint we saw.
Yeah, we've seen Temple of Time, Hyrule Castle, and SF or Deku.
So Deku giving us one of our required stones, but not much else.
Yeah, Deku doesn't have anything as if it's progression. That's something that you can just tell. If you're doing Deku blind in a seed, if you find items, it's not required.
The anecdotal open Deku is obviously dead if you have to do it anyway.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I open it up, I pull a hook shot out of that basement chest, and I'm like, well, this is Fire Medallion.
I would say that's mostly true of, like, any dungeon, but especially Deku when it's open.
Yeah.
Alright, so Alpha Mario, now child, going into Lon Lon Ranch. Oh, it's 3-stone bridge to Ganon's castle. Q game.
Yeah, it's you have several different options for bridge conditions. So some of the things that we mulled around, we experimented with variable dungeon rewards, but we think in a competitive environment, we want all runners to have to do the same dungeons. Nice choose.
Yeah, that is nice. Huffpuff making great use of Sun Song so far.
How many did we get? Show me, Huffpuff. How many did we get?
So a lot of these settings are very similar to the SGL settings, it feels like. Was that intentional? Did you get any feedback on that?
Not really. It was more about we went with a variety of different settings. We went with just like straight stone bridge that was a little too wide open. We tried the variable medallions. One of the most interesting things we tried, and I think maybe it was inspired from Wind Waker Rando, was we actually planned the non-required dungeons to be completely barren.
Oh, yeah.
But those seeds played insanely fast.
Yeah, Virgil kind of losing their mind a little bit here because we did see another hook shot on Ocarina minigame there, which means we have long shot just hanging out there.
Yeah, we have access to our Wath GTG with nothing.
Yep.
And
which
also
smells like bomb bag to me.
For the 5-pack of chews.
Rude. And this kind of looks like maybe a Valley play from Alpha Mario.
Yeah, Valley's risky with 5 barons. Also knowing that we're going there as an adult to go to GTG, but I was wrong on the river call too, so who who knows? Rudo's letter in the waterfall.
And Vanilla Sarias does put our lullaby in logic, so we don't have to wonder about any shenanigans with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. Apparently there is a thunderstorm, so I apologize if I end up, losing connection here. This came out of nowhere, so... Yeah, Saria's pre-Goron City is nice. I am hoping that Huffpuff doesn't kind of plan to go in there and scum away these 5 bomb shoes, because knowing that it's double Way of the Hero, like not being able to full clear that.
Yeah, did Huffpuff equip the choose, but I didn't see him save.
Yeah.
But ran
Hopefully
past
in here we'll remember to do that.
ran past the Lost Woods checks. I think
Yeah.
if you're considering scumming all 5, maybe you really think Rolling Goron's gonna have something, but if you're potentially scumming all 5, you could get the Lost Woods grottos on the way.
Yep. Yeah, and Huffpuff doesn't have that ZL, so unfortunately he can't do Dancing Dad anyway. I don't know the last time Huffpuff saved. Oh, that kind of looks like Letter. Oh!
Wait, was it Letter in the Waterfall? Oh my god.
It looks like Letter in the Waterfall and Hammer on Rolling Goron, which is definitely a Wath item. Oh no,
no,
just
it's
an
empty bottle.
It baited me. It got me. Fortress is Foolish. My favorite. Goron City Foolish and Fortress Foolish are my 2 favorites because I hate doing horseback archery. Hi, Tobias. Good morning. Afternoon. Morning for me.
Yeah, you do now have the peace of mind that you did Valley and you didn't get anything from it, but you won't have a hinted Baron because the bottle.
Yeah. And honestly, that hammer being Way of the Hero and a long shot just kind of freely available, that's a lot of information about what we can do in GTG and in Valley. It kind of makes me wonder if Epona's is buried kind of deep, if that's why Fortress is Foolish.
Yeah, it looks like... Oh, wait, Huffpuff's waiting for time of day? I thought this was a play. I thought this was a play to Nightcax goals, because that would have put him at 10.
Yeah, I mean, Huffpuff might have remembered that it's only 5 chickens and has decided to show us that check. Good job,
This is
Huffpuff.
supposed to be a family-friendly channel. I can't believe that we're this disgusting display of chickens.
I love when a runner does chickens, and... and like I was saying, it's set down to 5, correct?
Yes. So in these settings, you only have to do 5 chickens.
Great hint. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a really good one. Alfalfa, I believe, timed it, and I think it's about a minute faster, just dropping 2 chickens. And the decision there was base 5 was really the kind of the shortest number that makes it where you still have to kind of think about if you want to do it or not. If it anything less than that, it kind of becomes a no-brainer. You just do it when you're here. Yeah, Foolish Market is great.
I don't think market is supposed to be non-capitalized, but
It's not important. Lowercase all your foolishness.
Yep. That'd be hilarious as like an additional indicator.
Yeah. Just custom hint distros. It's like, market is just a waste of time. Don't do it.
Mm-hmm. And nothing on chickens, as is tradition. So 2 set night cack for like Dompe digging, Huffpuff doing what he needs to, go outside, otherwise it sets to past Dompe time.
Okay. I wonder if Huffpuff is going to dip a toe in the well. You're right here, you can get a decent amount of it. You don't know that ZL is just available right now.
Yeah,
but you have to think it's not super buried. You know your adult spawn is not behind King's Aura, so it's not in ice.
Yeah.
You know it's probably not behind Spirit Temple. It could be, but it's unlikely. I guess it could be across the wasteland, but
yeah, I don't personally love a bottom of the well play here just because it's not size or texture matches contents for the chests in there. You only have 3 chews as your explosives. You don't have ZL. It just does not give you the same value as it did in different settings. But it is several free checks with storms, so we'll see.
yeah.
Water Temple also foolish.
That's really good in these settings because Fire Medallion Foolish means you never have to set foot in that dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Getting a full wallet here for 10 skulls. That's nice. Yeah, you're right, Heaps. Yeah, which is what we call recency bias. It's okay, Heaps. Doc Heaps, one of our top 64 bracket competitors in Season 5.
A product of the Scrubs to top 64 pipeline.
Yeah, let's go. Ooh.
That's a pretty mirror shield, too.
That is a pretty mirror shield. Team Never Buy a Shield will win today for Huffpuff. Because it's a much nicer shield than what you can buy.
Yeah. It's not a great item to find because Spirit is blocking your prelude check, but it's not a strictly required dungeon. But it is a nice thing to have in your back pocket, especially if it turns out you do need it and you find a bomb bag and a bow and the seed starts to open up a lot more. That can be a really hard location to get back to.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what exactly could be on Prelude at this point that would matter. We haven't seen Crater yet. There is a chance that it's like hovers on the volcano for Volve. Like, maybe.
Yeah, the requirements today are 3 stones for the bridge, and then Shadow and Spirit Medallion for the boss key.
Oh, the other thing...
Oh, good.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and we do have Inside Ganon's Castle as Way of the Hero today, so we will be seeing our runners dip into Ganon's Castle for either a piece of the Jabu kit or the Shadow kit.
Have the fire kit.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we don't need Shadow today. We need Fire and Jabu.
Yes.
Sorry, that OOT Nocturne threw me, that it was, like, available so early.
Yep. Like, that's not saying that we might not need to go into Shadow.
Yeah.
But if we find any of the Shadow kit, it's, like I said, likely to be hover boots because Fire Temple key logic. Huffpuff saying, "No thank you, I do not need a bottle." Oh, no, just getting the hint first, never mind. Probably planning to prelude here.
Yeah, Huffpuff did. I think Huffpuff... No, Huffpuff came across the field, didn't serenade into the lake. Yes, this is a special edition of the EU Weekly. This is the second of 16 live qualifiers for the Scrubs Central Tournament. The Scrubs Tournament organization team is very thankful to ZSR for giving us a platform for the first 2 qualifiers for this tournament. Going forward, all of the other ones will be hosted at Scrubs Central. And if you are, I don't think there's a chat command for it, but if you are interested in seeing more of the tournament or even entering the tournament yourself, you can stop by the main OoTR Discord, and from there you can find links to get yourself over to Scrub Central.
A question that I have had on my mind, going back to not having an auto-delivered Ganon's boss key, putting it on that light arrow cutscene. Has anyone deleted it yet?
Not that I'm aware of. We only had 1 qual so far. Huffpuff kind of forgot about Free Scarecrow.
Yep. It's hard to remember Free Scarecrow. You're not typically pulling out your ocarina and summoning the Scarecrow because Pierre is in very weird places. But
Yes, so all of the runners in the race, all I believe 61, are playing the same seed. They all started at the same time, and whoever finds the required items to beat the game and defeat Ganon first is our winner.
The prelude song can also be deleted if you're not careful. Oops.
I did see it happen in League settings, I think Season 1. I don't remember if you got FedEx the boss key in Season 2 of League.
Marked items on the bottom are what they have already collected, not necessarily what they need.
Yeah. Everything on the tracker may not be required, but these are the items that the runners will care about finding. All right, this should be long shot for Huffpuff here in River.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Huffpuff, honestly, like, I am very impressed how they are routing skulls in here.
Yeah. Because,
honestly, it's not easy to remember to pick up a skull here and there. That early slingshot, very helpful.
Yeah, I generally make a conscious decision not to pick them up. I just don't like doing it.
Mm-hmm. Ice arrows are missing because we don't need them for anything, Hell Knight.
Yeah,
Which
Hell Knight,
you
you can take take that over to MMR.
Hup. Beans. Which, if you're here as child, like, I think most people err on the side of caution, pick up 2 or 3. Gonna lose a little time. Oh no, Frogs in the Storm was hinted at the top, so Huffpuff
Yeah, that was at
will
the
not
top.
be stopping for Frogs. Don't listen to chat. If you have questions about items that you need, you ask us. Don't listen to chat.
Yeah.
They're memeing about ice arrows right now. Like, please. It is a great meme. I do love watching people fight Bongo with ice arrows, but... Win condition is not random. You need all 3 stones for the bridge to Ganon's castle and the Shadow and Spirit medallions for the boss key. And the standard bow lights magic. Oh, yeah, no. Alpha Mario picking up those chews. Nah, I'm kidding. Chat, for the most part, is much more knowledgeable than myself. Certainly. I will not say anything for picks, but... But if it seems like they're memeing, they probably are.
Yeah. Where was our market, Foolish? Was that Lake?
Back of Lake.
Back of Lake, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be a long shot for Alpha Mario.
So both runners, like... Both going into adult here, really well set up. Huffpuff with that shield and that hammer, you know, might feel more confident going to...
Yeah, Hammer is gonna... Hammer will get Huff the entire Goron City maze too for double Wath Goron City. You can carry that into fire with the tunic, and as long as we're not bow locked out of fire, then that'll be a required dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Alpha not saving there, so won't be scumming these chews. I mean, maybe. I don't know the last time. Oh, Song of Time on Prelude.
Okay, that with GTG Wath, that could be required. It may just be a key logic requirement.
Yep.
Chat always wants to see the toilet, but it could just be a logical requirement. Don't be stupid with your keys requirement.
Yep.
Yeah, welcome to Spirit Key Logic to GTG Key Logic.
GTG. Yeah, so... Thanks, Tomo. So, Forest, again, not required necessarily. It is our light medallion. Ooh.
Okay.
Shadow
That
Temple.
is... Yeah, that's still bomb locked. We got it with our bomb locked hammer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we did already give the spooky ghost illusion to Fire Key Logic Jacks.
Yeah. I really wanted the ZL-less well dip so we could talk about well key logic.
Well, Key Logic. See, that's why the chest size matches content's why I don't like that play as much, because how would you know half of it?
Yeah. Just pushing my glasses super hard into my forehead, getting ready to talk about the keys.
Well, actually.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Well, actually. No.
Oh, cool. Another bomb locked item.
Yay! No need to go to GTG!
Where's our logical bomb bag? So Huff's gonna turn and go straight into required DC.
Yeah, absolutely. DC into Ganon's. Find all your stuff. Hammer was bomb locked. Yep, it was.
Yeah.
Hot Rodder.
Yep.
Nice Hell Knight. Yeah. That is interesting. There's a copy of Inside Ganon's. Yeah, Hot Rodder. Is that what we said? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. 2 choose left. At least as far as this is going, if Alpha does not get the hammer here, which it looks like that's where he's going.
Yeah. Barring
opting
calamity.
to skip spinning pot.
You can do it with strength. I'm not sure if he's familiar with the trick to do it.
Awesome.
Ooh, gold hammer.
But this is the thing Huffpuff had to miss out on, so we could see another important item here. And
Yeah,
a free
sure.
Hylian shield there, which is kind of nice because there is a downside to the mirror shield in that you can't, like, reflect anything or deflect anything like you can with the Hylian shield. It just breaks stuff. Aw, Danstad, why? And opting to skip doing the spinning pot with strength, which is the right decision, because it's terrible.
Not much interesting in DC so far for Huff, but I like how this route is shaping up for him. You get the progression DC done. You have access to Wath Ganons. You have access to Wath GTG. You can carry this straight into fire. Potentially complete that, and then at that point you're just looking for Rudos and Ring. You're looking for 2 items with 2 Waths.
Lights along the way.
Yeah, love it. Love to see it.
Wow. I mean, I am not going to call this by any means, but I would not be surprised to see some of the top runners who are in here, if they've routed anywhere like what these two have, we could see a very fast finish time. today.
Yeah. Well, we've already seen a 9-minute finish. I'm surprised it's taken everyone else this
I
long to
always
catch
love the
up.
9-minute finishes. You're just so excited. So excited. This is why I just click the done button instead of done anything. Just we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never
a
used the
magic
live
hunt.
split.
So assuming fire is not bow locked, bow locations in this dungeon layout can be almost as nasty as they were yesterday.
Yeah, Bo was a big troll. If magic's your go mode, it means you get to stay out of Shadow Temple.
The one dungeon, the Big Goron Sword, really gives you 0 advantage.
Yeah, the weird coincidence that a BGS jump slash just happens to leave KD on 1 HP.
Yep. Thanks, game.
Ooh, that's a nice mirror shield too.
Yeah.
I love
So
the
Alpha Mario,
cosmetic items.
again, making all of the right decisions as far as what we have seen and know, and able to pick up another song here, which I wouldn't be too surprised to see Requiem. Just for a little spiciness.
Yeah, we know where Song of Time and Nocturne are, so we got Minuet, Bolero, and Requiem on the board. Which is a nice thing with Burning Cack Dead. You get your full song layout pretty quick. This is going to be within an hour. You can know what all your songs are.
Alpha Mario opting to do Broken Stick instead of the range weapon. I like it. Oh no! There we go. Yeah. Alpha Mario or Lee, one of the Herald brothers, has been playing, and there's Requiem.
Opting to walk out of here, so is this the well dip?
That could be a well play. With Lullaby, I do think that it's a much stronger play.
Yeah, Lullaby, but no explosives. Huff had explosives, but no Lullaby. This weird Gift of the Magi well situation for our two runners.
Yeah. I would say having no... Okay. Trying to see if this might be letter, which... I don't know.
Think
if
it
you
was
have
just...
a bean, which I don't think Alpha Mario does, like...
Well, you can get it with Long Shot off of, like, the third grade
right.
pack.
Yep. This kind of looks like maybe chickens. Just a heart there.
Yeah, it did not look like letter to me, but who knows?
Oh, Cack Wave the hero.
Okay, that could be our first bomb bag, but then it's just where strength 2.
Yep.
What did we get in CAC? Storms? And Dins?
Yeah. Storms and...
Yeah, Storms and Dins.
Or Spirit Key Logic? Anyone?
Yeah.
Yes, Hammer was bomb locked.
Yeah, Hammer was bomb locked. One of our bomb bags was bomb locked. This one is strength locked, so that's...
Yeah, I mean,
we can.
I feel like what this is all telling us is maybe you don't actually go to GTG. Because that's likely at this point to be our bomb bag, because it can't be a bomb bag in Gannett's. It's bomb locked.
Yeah.
Din's was also bomb locked.
Yeah, it could be our strength is just chilling over there.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Hup Pup gonna show us not all of the crater yet.
Yeah, unfortunately it has not picked up ZL yet, so we're gonna have to leave Crater Fairy behind.
Yep. Yeah, nothing on the volcano. And there's Epona's.
Okay, so we know that. Well, let's see. We know either Minuet or Bolero is across the wasteland, and then in ice.
That looked like just a bomb refill up there, but
with the potential Rudo's Go mode today, we may not see ice.
no.
Yeah, that's one of the things about having the shorter win requirement. You really have to stay in tune with where you are in the logic.
Yeah, like, it's very easy to say, I have enough chews to complete this. Bye. But you still have to remember, I need a bomb bag for this.
Yeah.
I like that C-Force. Rapid dash. When the horse is in the volcano. Or keys. You know, that's a good question, C-Force. I'm gonna go ahead and guess hovers.
Alright, I'll take the opposite. I'll say we're gonna get bow locked.
Bow locked. Domain market. Gerudo Fortress should also be on the foolish list. Yeah, hovers locked is ideal because you're not really hovers locked.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Hovers or side hop into glitchless jump locked.
Hey, claim check.
Yes, water is
and
also
water.
foolish.
Water temple.
Which, of course, a foolish fire medallion water temple, the freest long shot in the world.
A double defense. Alpha Mario's saying, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. 8 hearts. You blind check it with the boomerang? Sure, why not?
Yeah. You have Dins, maybe. Oh, okay. Fire
Okay.
arrows. We have
but
still only
not-
seen that one key, though.
Yeah, a not bomb locked fire source.
Yeah, the magic hunt intensifies.
Yeah, it makes that Din's a little scarier too.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen 20 yet, so it could just be chilling on 20, but...
I would assume.
Yes, the Scrubs tournament is played under the standard rule set, so anything banned or allowed in weeklies, it's the same in Scrubs. FAE is fire arrow entry, so it is glitchless, but with a set of complicated and precise and quick inputs, you can light all of the torches with fire arrows. I have done it once in a multi-world. It was very, very cool to do, but I'm glad I don't have to worry about doing it in a race.
Yeah, I feel like fire arrow entry. Oh.
Okay, there
Logic.
there we go. So we know our bomb bags and logic that explains the storms.
Yep. So Storms is our Wath in Kakariko for that strength, for our logical bomb bag in the Goron City maze, for everything else.
Yeah, a very circuitous route to the logic.
Yep.
Puff made a nice sequence break.
Because, you know, if Huffpuff opts after Fire here to go to Ganon's, there's not going to be another strength there, you know.
Yeah.
Not strength lock. Oh, it could be. Could be a roundabout strength lock strength. Because the thing about the Way of the Hero items, it does mean that there's not a way around them for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it does mean a full clear of GTG when Alpha Mario makes his way there.
Okay, so we have found 3 bottles, and I think none of them are Ruto's left.
Letter
Yeah,
and
happy.
Hey,
happy 1 hour.
1 hour.
Make sure to follow these 2 runners. It is very nerve-wracking to put yourself out there on a restream for everyone to see, so we're very thankful that both of them have allowed us to restream them today. And my co-commentator Milkley, and our 2 trackers, Procrastinator AT and Wayland.
Restreamer, Q Game. And thank you, Pix, joining me on comms and actually knowing everything about these settings.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We're really happy to talk about the settings. Tournament team has been working on them since about April, and really happy to see the rest of the community finally get to see them. And I think that is the bow lock in fire.
Hey, you win. It's fun.
Can't rule out the hovers lock yet. It could be both.
It could be both.
Ooh, this is gonna be Child Spirit for Alpha Mario.
Yeah, I like that play. First off, because pretty quick, honestly.
Yeah, you get to peek at freestanding on the arch. You get a song. Is that a gold rupee? Oh no, foolish Deku, no!
I am shocked. Shocked!
Well, at least you have the peace of mind in knowing that literally no one in the race got that hint before doing Deku.
Oh, guaranteed. Unless someone forgot that it was open Deku.
Yeah, unless someone really caked on the clown makeup on a Sunday morning, nobody got that hint. And that is our second dungeon foolish. I think that's our 5th foolish. But I guess an important note about 5 foolishes is that you can have a max of 2 dungeons hinted foolish.
Which is interesting because Water Temple and Deku Tree are... I mean, Deku definitely more check dense than Water Temple, but there still aren't that many items in those dungeons compared to
Yeah,
others. So...
it's not your forest or your Shadow Temple kind of dungeon, but water is at least nice because you don't have to do it. Deku, you had to do it. You picked up a few skulls along the way. You got to show everyone your cool keyboard B1 skip setup. Like, it's...
And there is a key here in Child Spirit. Which... Again, we have no reason to believe that Spirit is required, just that Song of Time and GTG keys get a little fussy.
I don't know if Lee knows about the Kakwa. But that strength 2 may be on his mind, having Mirror Shield, strength 2, long shot. Yeah, you have a fire source but no magic. Like, this is almost fully in logic. You need a bow for the BK chest, but you don't actually need a bow.
Yep. Oh, come on, Skull. There we go. Puff Puff really conserving those bombs.
Oh, you know what? Lee's out of choose. I was surprised to see him not push it up to the fire checks, at least get map chest done with a stick.
Yep.
Especially if you're committed to this spirit play. But may just be cleaning up a little bit of child stuff, going adult. Because he does have fire available now with that hammer. And a lot of that Wathgorn City, which will lead him to the bag.
Yeah, having those silvers, I would think you make your way up to Goron City as fast as possible.
Yeah, the kind of tipping that with the hammer equip. No. Going back. Does he have 200? This could be a reverse to buy choose.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. He does have a full wallet. He can buy choose.
Yeah, you could reverse it by choosing and go to GTG here.
But honestly, if the keys are nice enough... What's he got? One? Oh! Didn't get the song here. A Bolero. Very nice pickup.
So now we know Minuet is in ice. I'm wondering when Huff Puff is going to step into Ganon's.
Yeah, just a couple of the things I'm a little concerned that Huff Puff is forgetting some of the settings, honestly. Like remembers, oh, I need 3 stones, but not quite entirely why. But maybe just wants to make sure that they're clearing out Lost Woods because he had to skip most of it.
Yeah, it looks like this is headed towards Minuet, which will be BL. Ooh, really nice use of the long. That is very clever.
Huff Puff a gamer here. Amazing.
Yeah, just another heads up routing decision. And we are getting the reverse from Lee. So would expect him to pick up some chews and then head into GTG with strength 2, long shot, and some chews. Going to be able to get everything except for the bow lock, chest, and toilet.
Huff Puff doing what we love most, and that is jumping over Mido even though we have Sarias.
just putting them on a poster.
It's so interesting to me how many different angles actually work for this.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I go
a
way more right than that, but as you
yeah,
can
it's
see.
pretty forgiving.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, we don't have that command here. Seen the Post Grotto yet? There you go.
No, I don't believe we have. Or
Nice.
we might have seen it from Lee. I kind of remember it. I have a vague memory of seeing it because it looks like a 90s roller skating rink inside here.
Oh, it's amazing. When you say a 90s roller skating rink, I assume you mean how roller skatings just look, because I don't think any of them have been updated since the 90s.
Yeah, I think they were made in the 70s and no one's used them since the 90s. I love the scarecrow here in SFM. He's probably my favorite weird little guy that pops up.
Yep, very nice.
I hate the one that shows up by the Bolero pad when I'm just trying to warp away.
Mm-hmm.
That has jump scared me before.
So I wonder if Huffpuff goes into forest at all here. It would be a very interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is nope.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's a
so
questionable
it's
call with.
because it's dependent on keys at that point.
It's a no song of time, no bow. You may get locked out immediately.
Yep.
But with Wath cannons and Wath GTG untouched, I think it's a questionable decision.
Yeah. And remembering Ganon's, it seems.
Yeah, we are. I believe 4 from Go is a restream. Rudo's Rang, Bow, and Magic.
Sounds right.
Possibly a logical hovers report.
Yeah. We'll see about that. See, I don't think I could bring myself to physically. There's our magic.
Yeah. Congratulations, Joss. Sparkle's loss is your gain.
Alpha Mario taking a minute to kind of decide, am I continuing here or not?
Yeah, it's you don't need a lot of items. Magic is always kind of a tenuous block. Anything the multiples of bows, bombs, magic.
Mm-hmm.
But
and I mean that magic has been available for a long time.
Yeah, that was Sphere 1 magic because we had 2 Sphere 0 hook shots.
Yeah. So I like that we're seeing both of our Way of the Hero locations.
Yeah, Ganon's is a little bit dicier because, we have Shadow 2 that we can't do. We have all of Light. Hopefully Huff remembers that he can reach the vanilla BK.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we don't have hovers. We can't do Shadow 2 yet.
Yeah, no hovers, no magic. I think we can do this with is it Dins and hovers or Longshot and hovers? Or Longshot and Dins?
Yeah, Longshot and Dins.
So it is available to us right now.
To reach the actual trigger. Fire arrows, you can do it without the hovers, but
yeah.
Huff doesn't have those, unfortunately. really expecting anything else to be in GTG. I'm not anyway. But
Yeah, magic would fulfill the requirement, but you didn't leave when you first got the magic, so it's, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound at this point.
Yeah. Do what you can. See what's behind Song of Time.
Yeah, gonna have to leave these 2 bow checks behind.
Mm-hmm.
Up here, there's another scarecrow, another weird little guy that'll pop up for you.
Yep. Yeah, agreed. I fully believe in full clearing your watts. It's just one of those. GTG is not the worst time commitment because it's so many items, but it is a time commitment.
Yeah.
Like, if you very first check you do, you get magic. Not having Furor's wins is pretty much the only reason that I personally would stay, and that's why I don't race.
All right. 4 keys. There's someone alive in here still? Oh, he's setting up for the damage boost.
Yeah, I need to like fully just straight on that thing or I miss it. And yeah, Ganon's box key chest here is the last one Huffpuff can do.
All right. I'm really hoping it's Light Trial, because Shadow 2 is kind of feels bad knowing that we could do it now.
Mm-hmm.
If you especially if you find out, oh, I just did my Waths in the wrong order.
Yeah. We just need a bow still.
No Song of Time, so Lee's gonna save Scum right side GTG here.
Yep.
Unless he finds something substantial.
I mean, that 5 rupees.
Yeah, that's...
I have, in the past, gotten 2 keys on that side after having to go through that way, and I just go back out. Right?
Oh, but what if your last key's in the toilet? Then you have to do it.
Nah.
Nah.
Nothing in the toilet.
Yeah, there's a little known tech called toilet skip. All you have to do is open the race time room and hit the forfeit button.
Well, we didn't have a whole lot of options there, Virgil. If that helped.
Alright. Huffpuff chewing a small business owner.
What if something is in Haunted Wasteland? Not one of our foolishes.
We saw Lee did it on his, or no, he didn't because he didn't have magic.
Didn't have magic.
He just got the skull. He got the skull and left.
And still does not have a bow to use the fire arrows, and hasn't picked up that Dins yet. Hey!
Oh. Look, you can give her crap for sleeping on the job, but she is working 24/7. She is the only person at that shop. People are always bringing their dogs in. It is thankless work.
Yeah, the game immediately proved me wrong. I like it. Maybe we can have vanilla golds for something in Light Trial.
I don't think that's stupid enough. I think you have to get vanilla golds to walk back out to OGC.
Ah, that's fair.
Yeah. So what the heck is in IGC is Rudos or Boomerang.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rang and or Rudos. Of course, the qual I sit out, we get this loaded G.
I really hope those hovers are the Wath item.
Yeah.
For no reason.
I mean, they they might be.
We just haven't seen another bow yet, so the bow and the magic are stronger because the hovers are bow locked, but
Yeah. The hovers are an actually unique item. Much less likely to have a random duplicate out there at some stupid place you didn't check yet, like, you know, the Hyrule Field Diving Grotto. And
my favorite thing that Huffpuff just did, because it is absolutely something that I would end up doing, picked up the Ocarina of Time, got Nocturne, proceeded to, like, roll towards Cack, and then stopped and played Nocturne. Amazing.
yeah, that bow is kind of deep in the logic right now.
Early magic for... Is it? How deep would it be? Oh, the Song of Time. Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Ooh. Greg! Huffpuff getting Requiem, thinking about it, and playing Requiem.
This will be a chance for us to see Child Climb. Lee had to bail.
Yep. Lee equipping those fire arrows, probably gonna show us Haunted Wasteland on the way.
Yeah. Surprised to see the Haunted Wasteland cleanup, considering now that we have a fully 100% clearable medallion fire.
Yeah, So here's the thing. Your storms is your way of the hero. We know that it's for that bomb bag.
Mm-hmm.
Lee does not. Lee does not have that information. I'm not saying that it is the best play to chase the magic and the fire arrows necessarily, because like you said, he should be able to go, I choose here probably to go do Dodongo's, go beat fire, but you are already here. Yeah.
Yeah, it Oh no, this is getting some chews. It's good. And I don't remember how many strength 2 lock keys we had.
But yeah, it'll be...
Oh.
Well, that's an item.
You know, I've been saying it since the settings first rolled out, but I've had a feeling the gold scale is going to be hot this this season. I've been calling it a gold scale summer. Very happy to see it in here. We don't need it today, but
I don't know if Lee meant to do that, but alright. Looks like Lee's piecing together the logic now. Oh yeah, Lee also has claim check.
yeah. So maybe just gonna finish this crater loop and then
Mhm.
head into fire.
Yep. And Huffpuff gonna be able to show us all of bottom of the well here.
Mm-hmm. I believe we had one bomb lock key, but there were one other at least bomb lock check we will see.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things. You know, like I said earlier, no ZL and no bombs with no chest appearance information. Not super excited about that, but at least with no bombs, it is just 2 checks. That's right, our gold skill gives us a slingshot, which we already have.
Oh, maybe putting off fire too until trying to find a bomb bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would say optimistically, Lee goes out, does the Great Fairy and Big Goron here, drops down and gets that bomb bag in the wall of DMT.
Yeah, probably wanting explosives for the Volve quick kill, not wanting to have to unload a significant portion of his shoes.
Mhm. The piece of heart. Lee's just talking to everyone, reading everything today.
Just taking it all in.
There are those fire arrows for Huffpuff, which, I mean, having found the hovers now, the Dins is fine to get Huffpuff through what they might need in Ganon's, but...
Yeah, that's kind of a crappy decision. You go back to your Watt area for one check, or do you hold off for strength 3 and potentially an additional 8 checks?
Yeah.
Did we see any keys in Ganon's? I don't recall.
We saw a key.
1 key, so there's 7 items still there.
You're telling the librarian that literacy is important.
Yeah, what's your favorite sign to accidentally read my side valley when I'm back walking?
I don't know. I just get so angry that Link is reading them. Favorite sign to accidentally read.
I also like the child fishing, or the one in fishing.
Oh, Huffpuff's going for that double defense. Yeah, Pizza Sub. This is a fairly close match, honestly. Lee is a little behind on progression currently, but is going to be able to go and finish Dodongo's finish up Fire Temple in one swoop, where Huffpuff will have to go back. Having Bolero, it's not like the end of the world, but it's an annoying dungeon to have to double dip.
Yeah, Hub slightly ahead on dungeons, Lee slightly ahead on item.
Yep. And I do
think
think we'll probably see Lee benefit from that and end up pulling a little bit ahead here, but who knows. To become a librarian, at least where I work, I had to go get a master's degree in library and information science. And then apply. And then get hired. But it just depends.
Yeah.
No. There are all kinds of specializations in librarianship. So, like, one of my classmates randomly was a psychologist who thought it would be fun to get their library masters while doing their residency hours. Oh, tell your best friend from college to come work with me because I am currently our music librarian and I'm very bad at it. I do not have a music background and I feel very bad every time I have to help those poor students. McHundy coming in 7 months. Thank you.
Yeah, the story of the last 30-ish minutes is that GTG has a lot of things in it, which Lee currently has. Huff found strength 2 in bottom of the well, and our Ganon's Wath is either in light trial or Shadow 2, which Huff was not able to attain. I'm going to be right back while they're tracing each other's steps.
So one of the things, if it is light trial, which we should see, you know, sooner rather than later, if it's in light trial, Spirit kind of immediately becomes a better play. Because you've got 2 strengths potentially locking it. It depends on where you work, Tomo. Like, I work at a smaller university, so I'm a little below market value, but it works in the area. The people right across the river are above market value because they're in a state that values education more. But DM me. I'll try and answer your questions.
All right, I am back with another cup of coffee.
Yay! No. I mean, technically, someone did click finish in 9 minutes, but absolutely not. No one finished in 9 minutes. Though I am legitimately surprised that we don't have a finisher yet. Seeing what we've seen, I kind of thought we'd have a full-on god realm.
we probably have a very inconvenient strength 3. We do have all of Spirit, all of Forest open to us right now, all of Shadow open to us right now.
I've got it. It's Letter on Shadow 2 for Strength 3 and Boomerang Chest, and no one is dipping it because they don't have Furor's Wind. But our Strength 3 is
deeper
there
in Jabu.
for our Boomerang and Light Trial.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be looking sideways at Shadow right now, considering how free Nocturne was for an OOT song. It does not get freer than that.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the full clear your Wath play from Huff, so we'll see Dance Stab, which we know is nothing, but so Goron Pot.
Yeah, and Goron Pot is new. It could give us some spicy information still.
Mm-hmm.
Lee picking up those lights. Yeah, Goron City is double Wath. Currently, we believe that it is the bomb bag and the hammer.
Yeah, pretty reasonable assumptions until we see that third bomb bag. But we do at least know that the hammer and the other bomb bag were bomb locked.
Oh, I know my least favorite sign to read while I'm running past it. It's the one when you're doing the torch run. Domain.
That's a really bad one. Yeah, someone hit done in the race room. They've not undone. They may
They
not
might
have
not
the
even
race
know.
room.
They might think that they just hit ready.
Yeah, they may not have the race room open. Some people just close it and run the seed, and when they finish, they finish. They don't want to potentially get any meta information.
Yup.
So again, while we're kind of running back over each other's steps, this is the second of 16 qualifiers for the Scrub Central Season 4 Invitational Tournament. Newer runners, so we are showcasing a couple of runners that we don't typically see on the weekly restreams. And this is going to be 16 qualifiers, seeding newer players into groups, which will form brackets. Eventually crowning a group winner in each group. So if you are interested in joining the tournament, just I think ! Scrubs in the chat will pop up the Scrub Central Discord. You can pop over for information. And also coming up very soon, we'll be opening offline qualifiers, which is an opportunity to, if you are having trouble making qualifiers, I love sitting down at 9-10 p.m. throwing on some music, knock out a seed. A convenient way to get your required qualifiers in. But please join us.
5 minimum
Yes.
to qualify. 1 has to be live.
So the requirement is you have seven qualifier races. Your 5 will count.
Oh, that's right.
And then one of those races has to be a live race, but you can do 4 offline races. Yeah, it's
a nice skull routing from Lee, picking up the 20th right outside.
Yeah, this will be the last check in Way of the Hero. Kakariko is going to be able to get that grotto with Dins that he hadn't picked up yet.
Did we see adult shooting yet? Did Lee show
no, we have not, and that's a wallet in Tektite Grotto.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, Domain and Water Temple foolish, so we know we not need to either buy Blue Fire or purchase a Zora Tunic today. Yeah, it's 5 of 7, so you are allowed 2 forfeits because PC crashes happen, emulator crashes.
Yeah, you don't want to get tilted and have a bad... You don't want to have a bad time. It's for fun still.
Yeah.
Yep, just 20 bucks. Oh no! I hate the shooting mini games.
Yeah, we were really fawning over Huff's skull routing early, but Lee actually beat him to 20.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm not 100% certain. Let's see. So Huffpuff knows that Kak is Way of the Hero, has Storms and Dins marked on his personal tracker. And
okay, there's our Rudos. So it may not be the Storms or Dins at all.
It may not be Storms or Dins at all. As far as we know, again, Storms is Way of the Hero for that strength 2.
Yeah, Lee's going into Ganon's gonna get the bad news if it's not Shadow 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Boomerang somewhere in Ganon's castle or behind whatever item we find in Ganon's castle. Yeah, that is something. Because unfortunately, aside from Water Temple, everything is open.
Yeah. It's so I think once we see Shadow 2, if that is not our boomerang, I think we can open a bet. Where is Strength 3? Yeah, but irons would only give us. But well, we have Fountain Foolish. We don't have Fountain Foolish. Yeah, so it would just give us bottom of Fountain.
Yeah, I think they're thinking for toilet.
Yeah, could be toilet.
If I had to guess. But maybe not.
I'm gonna try to pay a little more attention to the keys now that when
Yeah, what was on
Valhalla is
BMOS
here.
there? Was it an item or a key?
It was a key
It
on the
was a
right
key,
side.
which I think should mean toilet is also a key if we got everything first round.
Yeah. People that are paying more attention than me are saying that the toilet is a key.
Yeah.
I trust Jax in these matters.
Yeah.
They're
So if
they're
toilet
pretty
is
on the ball.
logically required for the center chest.
Oh yeah, Lee was out of explosive.
Yep. Alright, so this is the only check that we have not seen in Ganon's aside from Light Trial, so keep an eye on the left side of the screen. Oh no.
All right.
Yep, where are the gold gauntlets? Walk stick. I'm gonna be nasty. Once we get that bet going, I'm going golds on.
Yeah, I think we are. I think our restreamer Q game is going to be opening a bet for us here, and so just think about how much you love or hate these two runners.
Yep. Hey, Q game. Welcome back. Can we get a bet going for where our strength 3 is, please? Oh, I see the thing. Never mind. Never mind. I see you're on it. Oh man.
Unfortunately, it's Rango mode too, and not letter. So like ice is in play.
Yep.
Everything except the back of Jabu and a foolish location is in play, right?
Right, exactly.
Unfortunately, vanilla strength 3 was the Deku stick in Shadow 2.
Yeah. So, just a reminder, our foolish locations are Gerudo Fortress, Water Temple, Market, Deku Tree, which we already saw cleared out anyway, and Domain? Domain.
Yeah.
We have already seen Deku Tree, Dodongo's Cavern, the first half of Fire Temple.
Yeah, we've seen fire up to the Bowlock. I expect we're gonna see Lee headed there next.
Oh, Deep Shadow. I am seeing some nasty guesses in here. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, everything is in play. How
Yeah,
do we pick? And that is 100% why we don't have a finisher yet. Now that we know that's what we're hunting for.
yeah, it also it doesn't have to be strictly strength 2 locked. You know, the Storm
No.
Swath goes out the window with Rudos.
Yep. Yeah, and again, we're still looking for that last bomb bag. We don't have enough information to, like, say for certain that that strength 2 leads us to our logical bomb bag. We know that it is logical.
Yeah, I think Shadow's a good play. I think Forest is a meta play. People hate Forest Temple. I think you know, something I think about as in a situation like this as someone who is not as fast as some other runners. I see Forest as a high value play for someone like me.
Heyo Kuro, you need to go ! Bet. And then say the location. I really like Forest as a, like, temple design. I enjoy it a lot, but I understand why in Rando it's just like, oh.
Yeah. When it's required and you know you have to do it anyway, and you just kind of shut your brain off for 15 minutes.
Which in this case is not a bad thing. Like, that's kind of what you hear Shadow and Forest are thinking time. And oh, that is an ugly bow. I'm sorry, Huffpuff. If you watch this back, that was ugly.
Well, they're randoed cosmetics, so
Yeah.
you're not insulting
because
Huffpuff's.
like Link looks very put together. Link looking fine. Nice tunic color.
I don't think you can pick.
Gauntlets match.
I don't think you can pick. I don't think you can pick like the item cosmetics. I know you can pick the. I know you can pick the tunics and stuff because I like to do black tunic. I make my Goron white. I like to have that on at the end. The dress whites.
Can. Because some runners have everything like black and yellow, for example. I think maybe it's you can only pick the primary color and the rest of it is auto-generated, but...
Maybe. I haven't updated my Romans branch in a while.
Yes, it is a strength 3 hunt. And we'll see what Lee chooses to do here. He'll be able to finish up fire. I wouldn't be too surprised to see Huffpuff go back and finish fire quickly. And then I guess I'm selfishly hoping for some divergence there.
Yeah, we had a double lock Moron City for hammer and strength 2 locked bombs. And I guess it's interesting because the strength 2 is required for the bombs, but the hints aren't pointing at the actual strengths. And so that's why Forest and Shadow, I think, are particularly interesting choices.
Yeah, where was our first strength?
First strength was in Mido's house.
Mido's house. Yeah. So neither of them are like locking each other.
No, Trent, we're also missing a CAC Wath, which was Rudo's on adult shooting. We also had Dins and Storms there, but we don't know for sure if those are required.
Mm-hmm. But currently, Storm's locks are Bombay, which locks our Dins, so I would say
Yeah.
Storms and Rudas are pretty safely the contenders.
Yeah.
But it could be Dins. Who knows? GTG is either the magic or the bow, was hinted. But thus far, we don't have a second of either of those. Oh yeah, and hovers. Yeah, I would say Shadow is strongest just because that seems to be where all of the Way of the Heroes are, like, intersecting.
Yeah, and it does require a bomb bag, but it only requires 1 strength.
Mm-hmm.
That's what none of the waths pointing to the strength has me kind of a little side-eyed there on, do these strengths lock each other?
Mm-hmm. Wasteland was checked. It was gold scale.
Yeah.
Or a scale that happens to be gold scale for both of them. Lee did some of Child Spirit.
Yeah, Lee did child side, did not climb. Okay, that actually might be my least thing to accidentally talk to.
Freeing the core. Fun meme run to watch, honestly. Free the Gorons. Huffpuff gonna go into fire, so they're gonna be pretty equal coming out of this dungeon. Huffpuff now has the ability to go get Shadow too, but I am kind of hoping that he decides not to.
Yeah, Huff just a couple rooms behind Lee at this point. How high do we have to climb?
Oh, but I'm just waiting for that hovers lock.
Yeah, if it is a hovers lock fire, then we have 100% a wath from GTG.
Oh no, Lee. It's like the most upsetting thing about being bow locked in fire. Like hard bow locked, you can't get around, can't jump down.
Yeah,
And
can't
we
even
can't
open the shortcut.
This feels bad.
Oh, that was a slick little hovers backflip from Lee there.
Yeah.
Personally, I would have just taken the hover boots off. I'm a very much.
Where is our boss key?
All right, Lee, what you gonna do, buddy? Open the shortcut for sure.
Definitely open the shortcut. Hey, Deadly Thunder. We are in a Strength 3 full-on casino. Everything is open, except Water Temple, which is hinted foolish. Yeah, I hate that room. Hey, there's a key, though.
Yeah, there is a key. So I am not sure how many items we have left in the fire.
I believe that means that we are not hovers locked.
I think we need one. We need one more, I think.
Okay. Okay.
I think we can get, because we can get up to the upper, we can get to the, yeah, we can get
Yeah.
up to where the compass chest is, but we don't. No, Pierre might be a key.
Yeah. Pierre feels bad to have to try and figure out if it's...
Yeah.
Like, do I do this?
I mean...
It's also as good a place as any to go look for a strength.
Yeah, it's, this is... If you're stepping away from this now, once Lee kills Volv, if Strength 3 is not right there and he leaves, this is something that you're not coming back to for. And it's a totally valid decision to come back in. It's a forest spirit. You've got way better density other places. No one's gonna...
Yeah, because Volv can always be the extra key. But...
Yeah, if Pierre or compass chest is a key, we're not hovers locked.
Yeah, that was a very clean Volvagia fight.
Oh, did Huff do this before the chest with the Goron? No, Huff has the boss key. Huff's climbing.
Yep.
Yeah, not a Hover's Lock, but Wath Magic, potentially Wath Hovers. I think you could do Shadow
Here
here.
you love. Alright. Lee choosing Spirit, it looks like.
Oh, Lee just did DC. He hasn't picked up Nocturne yet, so he'd have to go Child to get it.
Mm-hmm. Did either of them do this fairy?
No, Lee didn't have explosives, and Huff didn't have ZL.
Ugh, I hate this check. I hate it.
Yeah, last Scrubs tournament, I had a very rough in this room during a race. I calmed myself down by reminding myself that I knew in fact my every like, okay, that's the time I just wasted failing this room.
Is Lee going back to GTG? Oh, that's center chest. To kill the Beamos and get the center chest?
Yeah,
Yeah. That feels bad to me.
yeah, it's
I get it because you're trying to avoid going Spirit for that Song of Time, but...
Yeah, that's an interesting call with... I think you have enough stuff there. I think you've gotten enough stuff from there that you can say, I found the Wath. I'm moving on.
Yeah. But, you know, it's easy for us to say that here when we're seeing both runners. We know what exists in every chest that's been opened already? Like,
That's a key in the compass chest that I believe we are not. In fact, hovers locked.
mm-hmm. But I suppose this is good information. Wait, Lee had a key?
Okay, I believe that, yeah, he should have. Actually,
Oh, Lee still needed. Okay.
so I think, do we know now that hammer chest is hammer chest our spare key?
I think so. Yeah, it's possible Huffpuff was not counting.
Well, Huff hasn't done Volve.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it'll-
happy 2 hours, everyone. Happy.
Yeah, I really don't hate the call to finish fire while you're here. It's strength 3 casino. Nobody is done yet.
Yep. All right. Looks like Lee is probably going to be picking up that Nocturne. Oh, thinking about it. Rush Ice?
If you know where the last strength is, please don't spoil it for restream. We're gonna try to stay focused on the 2 runners that we have today.
Yep.
Confirming what we have expected, though, that strength does in fact exist.
Wait, what?
Yeah, these runners may feel like it doesn't at this point.
Okay, that's a little harsh, Thunder. Of course we care about the other runners. We just don't care to know anything about what they're doing.
Yeah.
It exists somewhere in Hyrule, perhaps Termina. There is our key.
This isn't a phase, Mom. This is who I am.
Like, oh god, am I chat mom today? All right, so Lee kind of covering some of the same ground that Huffpuff cleared out on the way to GTG, so they are very even right now. I think it's really just going to be who makes the right call.
Yeah, this is I gotta say I don't love the push from Lee to clean up these one-offs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, if you set foot in Forest, you're making a 15-minute commitment. If you set foot in Shadow, you're making a 12-minute commitment.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just so much density there versus all of this overworld travel. These random one-offs.
Your point, though, As far as we know, there's no reason to believe that any of the strengths necessarily lock each other. I think we're kind of at that point where pretty much everything is strength locked in some capacity, but
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I would say it at this point it's probably bomb locked, which I guess would make it by proxy strength locked, but
Yeah. And that's the thing. Even though we know letter is 100% a Woth item, if it is that bomb bag hard locked behind those two strengths, and that strength is what is hinted behind the storms, it would mean it gives us information about the fact that, like, Spirit is the best play.
yeah.
Or anything behind what we find in Spirit. It's just... It's unfortunate that Deku Tree was our other hinted dungeon that was foolish, because it really gives us no reason to believe that any others don't have items.
All right, Huff. What's the plan, buddy?
Where are we going? We have all the tools for Shadow, so of course Spirit is the correct choice. We also have all of the tools for Spirit.
Yeah.
In my defense.
We're just gonna find like that the last bomb bag is just in the lobby of Forest or something.
Yeah, and that's why I wouldn't have hated it if Huff did dip earlier.
Yeah. We're gonna find something stupid that just turns this on its head. Well, I think it actually has. We have the double Wathmore.
I think you cut out a little there.
I said we have the hammer and strength. We've seen everything in Grunt City. I guess we know it has to be hammer and bombs.
Oh, yeah. Aw, thanks, Thunder. Yeah, got a little sidetracked on the happy 2 hours. Please give our runners a follow. Alpha Mario, who we keep calling Lee, and Huff Puff Leet, doing a great job here. Our trackers. Procrastinator at AT. Never sure. I apologize. And Waylon. Q Game making sure everything's working. And Pix doing all of the real commentary while I just meme.
And my co-com Milkweed. This has been a lot of fun. We've never come, but I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, this is our first time doing comms together. I assume it's pronounced Leet. Maybe it's 1337.
I don't know. I'm just lazy and I just keep saying Huff. Huff, Huff, Puff.
I forgot. This is the professional channel. Here on ZeldaSpeedRuns 1.
Oh yeah, we're on 1. Oh my gosh, we've been out here acting like
we're on the big one, the
just
original.
clowning.
Yeah. Yes, Alpha Mario is Lee.
Yes, you may recognize him from commentary. Lee and his brother Alex do a lot of volunteering for the community.
Already coming in, calling us out.
Yeah, Huffpuff is not sure that he didn't see the letter.
Yeah.
So gonna pick up the third bottle here and then at adult shooting.
Go on the grave. That works too. Nope. Not the one we need.
Can't believe it. He had the had the chance to get bottle percent and threw it away.
I am not gonna lie, only once have I done comms on, I think it was ZSR4, and we definitely memed about that a lot of the time.
I'm still waiting to get my chance to make my debut on Speedruns FR. I don't speak French, but I figure we can. That won't be too much of an issue, right?
Our first finisher, Avion 94, 209.44 GG's.
Yeah, that is our first official finish. We do have someone that done in race time that has not undone. But congratulations, Fabio.
A very nice adult shooting from Huffpuff, getting that letter. Let's see where he goes. Rush Ice. Everything is available. It's just, it's such a hard call. Oh. You game no. Perhaps remembering...
Yeah, might be
Shadow
going back
2.
for Shadow 2.
Yep.
Yeah, probably thinking that strength 3 not required. It's the one check I couldn't get. I did my wasps in the wrong order.
I might have. I might have said no. Q Game's like, I can kick you out of here. Pix can do comms alone for the rest of this.
Keep she didn't mean it. Don't leave me here alone. I have no idea how to play this game.
Yeah, so we have an unfulfilled inside Ganon's castle Way of the Hero. And the only ones left are behind Strength 3.
Yeah, I don't even know what else it could be, like what roundabout way it could be to get to the boomerang.
I mean, we kind of have everything else except that Strength 3, which we need.
Mm-hmm.
The irons are the only real question mark here. Is it our iron boots for Fountain? You know?
Yeah. It looks like this is going to be Spirit from Huffpuff as well. See Strength 3 and Spirit along a lot of times.
Yeah, and that's kind of... that's why I want to see Divergence here, because there are a few ways that you can read that Kakariko Way of the Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, we know that that bomb bag is certainly our first bomb bag.
Yeah.
Our hammer is bomb locked. Our storms got us our strength 2 to get that bomb bag.
Yeah, so I think if we're thinking about bomb lock places, you need bombs to get past the first 4 rooms of Shadow.
Mm-hmm. But I think even just by GTG key logic, our bow is bomb locked. Is that true?
We had a key. We have a key that's Song of Time locked. We have a key in Beamos. Not sure.
And Spirit is not explicitly bow locked because we do have Dins.
Yeah, the only thing in Spirit that's going to be strictly bow locked at this point is the boss key chest.
Yeah.
Which we don't have the BK yet, I don't think, do we?
That I have seen.
Yeah, it can't be vanilla rang. It could be strength 3 in the boomerang chest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would pretty much have to be.
Okay.
Or iron.
We do. Yeah.
Oh, we do have
we do.
Okay. So that nasty double, potentially triple dip of GTG logic. I do not like this room.
The rolling boulders or the forearmist room?
The rolling boulders, yeah.
Yeah,
It just,
I'm not.
it's rude.
It's really not fun to do without hover boots.
Another stick.
21 sticks.
21 sticks right there in that hallway. I guess this iron knuckle was chopping trees.
Yeah, this guy can be a real stickler.
Yep. Ba-dum-tsh.
And don't forget, this is the second of 16 live qualifiers for scrubs. The puns only get worse as qualifiers continue.
It's true.
Yeah.
I believe the Scrubs Central channel actually has a command for more puns. Maybe that's been cleared up, but I think that...
I think so. I think for 10,000 scrub bucks, nice Kikiri sword, you can turn up the puns.
Yeah, the butter knife, which does nothing.
Yeah.
In these settings.
Purely decorative.
I mean, it's nice.
It's a conversation piece. You're not going to be upset that you have it when you're in Jabu.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we have an embarrassment of stick riches, thanks to the invisible hallway, but you're never like, oh dang, I'm in Jabu and have Kikiri sword. This is the worst day of my life.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm never mad about it, unless I am watching League and suddenly it's the Kokiri sword is path because you need a key on Dead Hand or something. That's where I'm like, no, get out. Get out with your bottom of the well key.
Yeah. Okay, we have a bow-locked bomb bag.
Yeah. Well, that super hard confirms the fact that strength 2 is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty.
I don't like BS path hints. I think they're very funny in some cases, but anytime that it ends up being for BS key logic or song logic, specifically logical forest access, hate it. Hate it. Oh no. We've got a...
Oh, we have a
second finisher.
Yeah. Carry us with a 218-26 GGs.
That answers the where. What? Oh, yes, where is Cariosa? We were asking many questions of Cariosa.
Yeah.
I would say the answer to the how is alright. Yeah.
Yeah, that answers the when.
The when, the how. Beam ups. Just kill it. It deserves to die now. There you go. And Juke following up quickly. 2:19:34. GG's.
Yeah, if Twin Rova is not the answer, I am interested to see what Lee does from here. Because going to both Spirit or going to both Shadow and Forest is a pain in the butt right now. He has to go Child if he wants to go Shadow, and has to hike over to Forest if he wants to do Forest. Could KZ skip into Ice, and then end up with Minuet and over, but we'll see.
We did have another finisher. Matt?
Yeah, that is, I believe, the more better known for MMR player, I don't know.
Yeah, 2:19:56, just getting sniped. I mean, 22 seconds behind Juke.
Oh, Trent doesn't know either. Does anyone know who Matt is?
Matt?
Can anyone can anyone tell me what Matt's Switch handle is?
Hold on, I can. Got the race room up. Matt is, yeah, I don't know one. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know who it is either, Trent. That's what I'm saying.
Damn it, Pants. I haven't had enough coffee for this. Takes being a clown.
We have fun. We're 45 minutes into a casino. We're having the time of our lives.
Comedy. Yeah, oh, Puff Puff. It's okay. This is about when you're wandering in the dungeon, you're questioning every decision you've made up to this point, including the decision to join the race.
Just every check. Hopes up, hopes dashed.
Like, where is it? Oh.
Alright, Spirit was not the answer.
Spirit is not the answer. I'm sorry to anyone who bet Spirit Temple anything. Guessing... Yeah, Lee's gonna go pick up Nocturne.
Yep.
Oh, and Song of Time, I suppose.
Yeah, sure. And a free Song of Time.
Free Song of Time. And Cola in 5th place, 2:23:37.
I would be surprised if this is ranked. Nah, what do I know? We're playing Serenade.
I mean, playing Serenade, opening up Jabu, nope. Yeah, it is Nocturne.
Yep. Is this faster than just running out? I guess so.
Yes. Barely, but yes. Francois finishing 8th place. Well, 7th place. 2:24:30. GG's. Yeah, it's one of those, it's kind of like Bolero is technically faster than Minuet to get to ice. Like, kind of. Just depends on which you're more comfortable with, honestly, because if you mess up movement in either direction, you're not really saving time. And a save quit back to Link's house.
Back to Link's house. Yeah.
Skull Kid. Yeah, Waffo, I think got 14th yesterday.
Really good.
Yeah, Waffle's been watching a lot of Tanjo, who I believe got 3rd in their bracket last year in Scrubs, so, like... And then went on to Challenge Cup immediately after.
Yeah, there are always some players who enter the Scrubs tournament and get really good really quickly.
Waffles sound amazing. Why do I always end up talking about food on these things? Chat.
It just ends up happening after like 2.5 hours.
AE Lefty, let's go.
Oh, GG's Lefty.
You're right, Jax. It is. This pot is so frustrating because it is definitely one of those. I can do this 100 times in a row and then miss it on a seed.
Yeah,
like
and
30 times. There you go.
Once you kind of get off your cycle, it's hard to recover.
Blame chat. Chat said waffles first. And waffles are infinitely better than pancakes. But breakfast food is, in general, superior to all other foods. Lefty, the logical bomb bag is the one in Goron City Maze.
Yeah, we're currently looking for strength 3 right now.
Because of strength 2. Yep. Ooh, nice heaps. Send me some. Oh, let's go, Lee. I always hate this play. If you don't have Furor's win, it feels bad, but it does give you the fairy fountain back there. It does give you the check in there.
This is decidedly a play. Huff, I think, is doing ice.
We'll get our answers.
Yeah, I'm really surprised we did not see either Shadow or Forest. I think Spirit, was very reasonable.
Yeah, again, it's so hard to know what exactly was hinted because we now know Storm's absolutely wealth for that strength,
Yep.
particularly because of the bomb bag, but also we know we need all strengths. But we also know letter is hard required. I'm sure Zinedine's gonna be fine. Zinedine? Zindine? Oh yeah, Lefty. Goron City was ×2. The bomb bag and the hammer.
So we have not Huff has not turned in Rudo's letter, so we are going to see a KZ skip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, GG's carp. Yeah, we just saw double spirit here on Restream.
And Bear? Fur? Finishing in 11th place?
Yeah. Nice nice KZ skip.
Vila finishing in 12th place, 230.49. GG's. That looked like a stick.
Yep.
I have a very toxic habit of if I can't see what's on the bottom of the fountain, I don't need it.
it's so hard.
Can anyone guess how many times that may have wrecked me in a scene? Yeah, a few times. A few times. At least 2 times. Hey, double magic.
All right. That is not magic locked. No, I believe it is not because we
Our spirit keys weren't. Someone who was paying attention to the keys in spirit.
Yeah, the bow wasn't. The bow in GTG wasn't magic locked. So you could get Rudo's letter. Yeah. Oh, there's our 4th Goron City Way of the Hero. All right, Lee, let's see.
That's a huge indicator that those hovers are actually what we should be following. And rip my bet.
Yeah. Yeah, fire was not hovers locked. Magic wasn't magic locked. We haven't seen another bow. Maybe it's the bow, but shadow is looking very much like the play.
Yeah, the bow did lock hovers, so I would say the bow is probably the hinted one, unless we find another one. E. Cola finishing in 12th place, 233.26. GG's. Yeah, you have all the tools for Shadow, and Shadow is the answer. What? Lee taking a minute to think about where he's going, but it is going to be Shadow.
Yeah. And we think this should be the answer. We think now it's just a question of how far in is it. It is going to be those hover boots. It's going to be not the first 2 checks.
Yeah, and not to metagame too hard off the finish times, but I would guess Deeper Shadow. That is an adorable lurk emote. Smith 1818. Felix.
Oh, GG's Felix.
GG's Felix. Don't see him running too often in these, but
I think if Shadow is the answer to this is going to be pretty bad for Huff, because Huff's going to get Minuet here and may just follow that in the forest.
Yeah, hard to know because, you know, that magic information, again, knowing that that's kind of off the table, but that it means that bow and hovers are the narrowed down option.
Yeah. But do you take hovers into Shadow or bow into forest?
I would think Shadow just because people don't like forest.
Yeah.
But Huff already, like, snubbed forest at one point here, so... we will find out. But who knows? I mean, this is bow locked, so maybe this is just a... this game is kind of dumb. That was my same reasoning. Everyone popping out their cute little lurk emotes. ZSR's got a nice cute one.
Nice arrows, nice. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. That's amazing. I think those are all of the lurk emotes I have. I'm not sure why the Koroks are both lurking, but I'm good with it.
Yeah, this is the now the second qual where the bow has in the seed.
Hey. KP finishing 14th place. 237.42.
GG's.
I believe they were a Scrubs participant last year.
I believe so. I think they are, if I remember correctly, a member of the Brazilian community.
Yes.
Which has been growing a lot over the last year or so. Alright, we're getting very close to my bet, the Shadow Crusher room. I think we're going to see the left side first.
Crusher room first?
No, I think we're going to see the invisible plates first.
Was that the Lost Any Weekly? From like a year and a half ago? Almost 2 years, probably.
Ice was not the answer. a minuet. So I think for better or worse, we're gonna know here in the next 10 minutes or so where this strength is.
Yep. And there's Huff Puff going into forest. My favorite dungeon. I mean, I'm gonna be super basic and just say Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah,
It's easy, it's fast, it's all items.
In this game, I would say it's probably GP. I think overall, I think Stone Tower Temple is such a cool mechanic.
Mm-hmm. There is that required key. We were talking earlier, Huff Puff had an opportunity to dip into forest, but did not have a bow or Song of Time. But that key lets you get through, I mean, a lot. Lets you get through a lot.
Yeah, we can get up to use our hover boots and get over to the floor master and get into that way if we bow or Song of Time.
Almost speaking real truths. When you are tracking one of these races, when your runner is in a foolish dungeon, that is absolutely 100%.
Yeah. When your runner's in forest that someone else has already done.
Yup. Anya finishing 15th place, 240.53. GG's. Also one of the Brazilian community members. Look at these heart counts. Like, so different from Season 5 races.
Yeah, that's a little bit of the downside of going away from CSMC is that probably don't need the extra ones. Huff has effectively 28 hearts at this point. Basically, it would take an 18-wheeler to kill him.
Or a particularly bad Iron Knuckle fight. I have also died to Ganon with that many hearts, so...
Yeah, it's in Scrubs finals last year. I broke out the light arrow against Ganon. You do what you have to do.
You do what you have to do. There it is.
There it is.
Gold gauntlets.
So that's going to be go mode for Lee.
Oh no. It's fine. The iron boots are nothing. Everything's fine.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going back to Fountain for one check. You're going to Shadow after this. So
yeah, no. It's just interesting that we find the irons because it explains again why, like, Deku Tree and water are the hinted. Like,
wait, procrastinator, you have to click the boomerang and the go mode button.
Yeah, don't leave quite yet. The chest right before the wind tunnel. Not the pot room, but invisible spike room, yeah.
Silver rupee room. I don't know what that's actually called in the spoiler.
I think it's that, the hidden spike room or invisible spike.
Invisible spike room.
It references the spikes.
That wasn't right. I guess
Crusher
Crusher room was
though.
closest.
I hope you award someone who said in a chest somewhere. It was the only premium bet Shadow.
Premium Shadow bets.
Looking for normals during an Ocarina of Time randomizer restream. That is a statement, Q game.
Is it really going to be the ZL chest?
Of course it's gonna
You
be.
can't just give it to us?
No.
Come on. Come on. Thank you, Trez, for really stretching it out.
Right. Imagine it's not here and we all just like completely miss something. There we go.
Yeah.
Pot is closer than the boss key chest, I think. It's just one room before that. Let's go, Jax. Your favorite dungeon, paying out. I am going to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Leah's already dipped into Jabu, so we'll be able to just grab Rudo from the top and go. Speaking of which, there goes Alex Harold at 245.48, finishing in 16th place, or maybe 15th place. Did they fix it? Okay, it is now 16th place. The placings are now correct. The Kikiri sword was in the Silver Gauntlets chest. And irons were in Forest. Yeah, there were a lot of things open when all we needed was Strength 3. And I think between the two of them, we've seen just about everything. Fortunately, Leah's already done the boomerang chest, so going to be able to just start heading straight to the back. Interestingly, we still have not seen a second bow. We have another finish. Shooter at 17th place with a 2:48.54. Yeah, likely deeper in Forest, deeper in Shadow. One of these checks in Jabu that we're not Um,
What have I missed?
we're just go moding. Jabu, we have not seen another bow. That's what we were just talking about, is where that could possibly be.
Mm-hmm.
But two more finishes. Ria Corvidia in 18th place. Red in 19th place. Two players that have been pretty active on the Scrubs async since these came out. I imagine both of those players are really happy with this finish.
Zinedine finishing in 20th place, 249.47.
The official
Intrix Go mode just means that we know that we don't need any of the chests in there, so you're just getting through it as fast as you can.
Chuckles
Hey,
in
Alex,
21st
GGs.
place. Again, this is the second of 16 live qualifiers for the Scrubs Season 4 tournament. Is the last one broadcast here. Thank the whole ZSR for allowing us to host our first two races over here. We hope everyone enjoyed watching the races. We hope people are enjoying the settings. Qualifiers will be continuing for the next month. Offline qualifiers will be opening very soon. So just stay tuned to the Scrub Central Discord for more information. And if you are interested, more info about entering these races yourselves and trying a hand. If you've ever wanted to start playing OOT Rando, this is really a great opportunity to get your competitive matches.
Here's here. Chuckles finishing 250.31 in 21st place. Goombill following that up, 250.55. And Machi, 251.30. GG's. Fourth place, 252.38. GG's. Just kind of rolling in now.
Yeah, I think you're seeing people stratify into what order to do. So we're now in our people that did Shadow around the time Lee did. We'll probably see another group that finishes with half of did Forest before Shadow. People that did Ice before Forest, before Shadow. Just the varying combinations of ways you could have routed the end game of the seed.
Mm-hmm.
But nice Baronade fight for Lee. Should be getting out of this just around 3 hours. Needs to go adult, pick up his boss key. Has already done half of the GT climb.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lee did not do Ice. And Kasinja coming in 25th place, 253.36.
GG's.
About to get the bad news, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably gonna see some shield clicks. Nice bottle deflect. Yeah, with BGS, Lee's also clear the boss key chest, so he doesn't have to do the Stalfos, just has to do Ganondorf and Ganon. And here's the shadow play for Huff.
And unfortunately, it's not. I mean, it's what, halfway through Shadow, so.
Yeah, this is a good 6 minutes in, 5 minutes to do Jabu, another 5 minutes to finish after that.
Huff subconsciously thinking, maybe I'll just do FAE and get DQ'd.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna, yeah, just forfeit an FAE on. It's a definitely a power move.
Sorry if you could hear my dog there. I'll be right back again.
Okay. Going ahead and storing a jump slash. Gonna see Lee do last equip of the game. I mean, I don't know what the official answer is on that, but you're still breaking the rules. It doesn't matter if breaking the rules makes you take more time. You still did something that wasn't allowed. All right, there is the last equip. And gets the 1 cycle.
Sorry about that.
All good. Lee got a 1 cycle Ganondorf and is headed into the Ganon fight.
What was on Baronade?
FW.
Oh, of course.
Oh no, Lee, your Master Sword. It's over, man.
Oh no. Whatever shall we do?
No chance.
We have no chance. It's hopeless.
It's outside of a firewall. Don't mind the fact that we deboosted through one earlier. Well, while the settings are geared to newer players and making the seeds faster, the seeds unfortunately cannot be rando proof.
Yeah, I mean, that's why there's that saying, rando gonna rando. Let's see, so the 3 strengths, there is one in Shadow right before the wind tunnel. There's one in bottom of the well on
The
Dead
last one was
Hand
Mido's house.
and Mido's house.
And that is going to be GG's for Lee getting the last hit. And we will see if he is going to join us for an interview.
I agree. Obviously, a couple major items would be very helpful. Lee,
And
GG, welcome in.
We're joined by Lee.
GG's.
GG's.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Everything was going good until that strength 3. I should have listened to more of my Watts. Because Din's fire, hover boots, and base and bombs.
Yep. Yeah, we were trying to figure that out on Restream here. We did get information that there's another magic available that's not magic locked, so we were able to kind of knock that off the list, but
That makes sense.
we have not seen another bow.
Yeah, did the Rudo's letter at Cac Archery make you kind of rethink the dins and the storms?
Sort of. Though with the storms, it was more like there was another strength there to get my first logical bomb bag in Goron City. Because it was double Wath. And of course, that bomb bag locked my hammer. It was nice to get it out of logic very early. But that IGC Wath was probably just one of the scummiest. Because it's always like a semi-casino for strength 3. I thought maybe that wouldn't be the case, but apparently not. Because Light Trial has like half of the items in the game in the temple.
Yeah,
Kinda cursed.
We were talking about with the Watts, like we know we needed the strengths, but the Watts weren't really pointing you right at the strengths. Which is why we saw Huffpuff go into Forest. We saw you go into Shadow, and we thought those were good decisions considering kind of what the seed was telling us about the positions of the strength.
I was just thinking it probably wasn't Forest because there was nothing pointing me there. But then when I was looking at my Watts, it was sort of pointing me to Shadow. Shouldn't have done Spirit, sadly, but it also didn't help.
I think we've all seen a million strength 3s in Adult Spirit, though. I think it's a very reasonable play. Considering.
But then when I found that Din's, as well as the hover boots, and then the sometimes hint on Song of Time, then it started to make me think that maybe it's Shadow Temple. That's more likely than Forest Temple.
Yeah, towards the end, it was, one of the best density plays. I think Spirit is slightly denser, and I think Spirit made a lot of sense for a lot of people.
Yeah. So I think if I were to redo the seed, I'd probably have to do Shadow over Spirit. But hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, it was just awkward too because you get that bomb bag and you get the Rudos like while you're adult. So going to Shadow means like going child, picking up Nocturne, and then immediately going back adult again, and that's a time sink.
Yep.
That's strength 3 for Huffpuff now, who is going to be on their way to pick up the boomerang.
Though I do have to say that basically the boomerang on the ZL locked one is just a nail in the coffin on how I feel about strength 3 locked casinos. Well, it wasn't a casino, but close enough.
Yeah.
I was just not thinking Forest. I was thinking if there was nothing in Shadow, Ice Cavern would be my next play. And the only thing that Ice Cavern had for me was like a minuet.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thought is too, is if you go into ice, and then you pick up Minuet, there's a real temptation to immediately go into forest right
Yep.
after that.
Yep.
But you can make the call either way. It just kind of sucks to you decide that you're going into Shadow,
Yeah.
committed to all of Shadow, and once you go into Forest, you're committed to all of Forest, and you've locked yourself in for the next 15 minutes.
Yep. That was so close to a sub 3 for me. It's just that I was thinking either full clearing these Woths or just see which dungeon I can rush first. Spirit was like, yeah, considering the location of the Strength 2. Figured maybe Strength 3 might be there. No.
Yeah.
And then Shadow was like, well, there's 3 items that are on Woth location, so that's my next bet. Because if Dins and Hovers were elsewhere, then I probably would have never considered Shadow.
Yeah, we were joking. Well, we have all of the Shadow items, so why would it be in Shadow? Like, that's not how this works. We thought the fire was just for, spirit key logic, and then as we started
clearly
piecing
wasn't.
everything together, oh, it's not.
Plus, the fire arrows were also in the bottom of the well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's clearly not for spirit key logic. But damn.
But yeah, how are you feeling about the settings this year? You participated in Scrubs last year.
Well, I think it could go a few different directions. Whether it's like Strength 3 for Casino, or yesterday, which was actually pretty fun, but just needed to find a bow. Or you might get like an absolute jet seed. Like the first Scrubs S4 seed that I rolled like maybe a few weeks ago. That was an absolute jet that I rolled. Everything else afterwards has been kind of like a mess. This one's not too bad, thankfully.
Yeah, you at least get like some tangential Woth information. I don't know how tempted I would be to follow the Dins and Hovers, considering that's the GTG bow is the only bow we've seen too.
Yeah, and it also locked Rudo's letter.
Yeah, and that the Rudo's letter gives you a 100% Woth. We at least had the benefit of having the water foolish to know that was completely closed off to us.
Yep. I was also baited by maybe there's something in Tektite Grotto because of the diving experiment, Water Temple foolish, and some of the other Lake Hylia hints like Shoot the Sun. But no, not quite. A lot of these seeds have been like Lake Hylia's foolish, so it's like very. It kind of puts you off.
Yeah, Huffpuff is in go mode right now. He just needs to finish Jabu and then defeat Ganon. So probably about 10 to 12ish minutes out.
Yeah.
From the finish, and that's you look at the time difference there. He did ice, he did four. That about adds up to from where you finished.
Yeah.
I think you can just see it kind of stratify into once you got to Rudo's, like what did you do next?
Still, it's pretty neat to be like near the middle of the pack or just slightly in front, especially given that we have a lot of the top runners here, And some of the newer runners are getting are doing really well too.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see how it proceeds through the rest of qualifiers.
Yeah. It makes me curious on where I'll be placing when all the quals are set. But it was a fun seed. Yesterday was a pretty fun seed. I'm hoping that SGL settings are similar to last year's SGL and somewhat similar to these settings.
Yeah, I haven't really been following the test races. I'm not exactly sure what they've been doing with it.
Because I do like just having stone dungeons for bridge, and then the boss key on lax.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of having Ganons open. I would prefer to just go in it at the end of the game, but it does create interesting situations like the one we had today.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know, having open Deku and relatively open Ganons like today was kind of one of the biggest Season 4 complaints that I was hearing from people was there are too many choices, and we definitely fell into that kind of situation today. And it's not every seed, obviously. But you did, kind of try and make that better by adding a couple extra foolish hints and upping the dungeon to 2. So I think it's just going to be like anything else where rando's going to rando and you're going to have a jet seed where people finish, an hour and 10 minutes in. And this just happened to be 2 in a row where the bow ended up being the sticking point.
Yeah, it brings adding the extra foolishes, it helps bring the ceiling down. I don't know about your experience last year, Lee, but I played a seed that ended in 2:15. That was the one that we played against each other, and I played one that ended in 4:48. Like it was all over the board.
Yeah, I think the longest I had was like 4:46, and that was because light arrows were locked behind all dungeons in bottom of the well. That was my match against Pembles.
Yeah, so hopefully we see a little more stability in there. One fewer dungeon lowers the floor time a little bit, and then also the extra barons lower the ceiling time a little bit, but there's still always going to be variance in a randomized game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which kind of goes back. Someone in chat asked earlier if any of these seeds are ever going to be beginner friendly, and the answer is of course. The organizers are doing everything they can to make beginner friendly settings, but what the randomizer does with that is never going to be as kind as a human could be.
Yeah, you have to cut out a lot of checks for some things to be more beginner friendly, but at that point it wouldn't be randomizer anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is one of the things we experimented with early in the testing process was we actually planned out the non-required dungeons to be barren.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of made the seeds too linear and not particularly interesting to play.
Yeah.
So you have to work to strike a balance, speeding it up, keeping it interesting, still making players have to make decisions and also rewarding people for making logical reads today.
Right. And I mean the whole purpose of a tournament for beginners is to get better, get that competitive racing experience. But hopefully we end up with a non-bow mode.
Looking
eventually.
forward to a hybrid scrubs with chest appearance matches content. I really like those.
Yeah. Yeah, we were
Especially since
talking about
sneaks are
that
fun.
a little earlier. You opted to go into bottom of the well without any explosives. Huffpuff had the opportunity to go in there without explosives and ZL, and kind of what not having an appearance setting on kind of does to those kinds of routing decisions. Like you, for example, ended up going back to GTG to get that center chest because you didn't have explosives to do BMOS.
Yep, because I knew
Um,
that BMOS and toilet were all keys.
mm-hmm.
I was thinking maybe Strength 3 is locked behind GTG, but I was wrong.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
well, you just
in
see it so
appearance
often.
setting,
Strength,
you wouldn't have to make that call.
Yeah,
and this was still technically a strength 2 lock, strength 3. It was just a little bit roundabout that it was to get your bomb bag, to get your dins, to get into
Yeah.
shadow and get it.
yep. An interesting string of logic, but it pays out. I could see why Favio took first place in that, or a lot of people who decide Shadow is a good play.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think Huffpuff went too high.
Though clean boss fights, that was good for me.
Yeah, really good Bear Nade fight.
Aside from Twin Rova being one of the messier ones, but Baronade clean, Volve clean, Goma's
Yeah, your
clean as
Volvagia
expected.
fight was very clean.
Well, I do
And
like
I mean, Dodongo, I guess, but
King Dodongo will always be clean, unless you have like choose only.
or have to do it with strength and don't know the timing.
I just make sure to like mash A to the bomb flower as quickly as possible if it's only strength.
All right.
I'm surprised I managed. I was surprised that Goombill actually passed me, but that's fine. It happens. Probably made the right play with Shadow. But I was surprised that other people who are better than me, like Warink or Ketchup, managed to not go Shadow quickly. But that's fine. Or Huffpuff even, because I know he's better than me.
Yeah, Huffpuff just made the call to do ice the forest. Taking a quick look at that FW. Like, are you serious
Looking
right
back
now?
at that FW.
Yeah, that location for furores is just one of the grossest. The only thing that could be grosser would be like those pots over there, but it's not pot sanity.
But this should be about another 5 to 7 minutes. See Huffpuff finish. Again, this is the second of 16 live qualifiers for the Scrubs.
Yeah.
If you are interested, this is to the OOT community. Brackets are geared towards newer players. But if you are interested in the qualifier schedule, the future races, or even entering the race yourself, please stop by the Scrub Central Discord for information. We're always happy to have new players joining us. It's a really fun tournament.
Yes, join us. We must have more players for even more settings, more Freaky Fridays, everything. It's always good to have more people join us for this fun endeavor of Randomizer. Also, I'm curious, how many races will I need to do for quals? Like for minimum?
So it's a minimum of 5 quals to be considered brackets. The first 7 that you do count. One of which has to be a live qualifier.
Yeah, I have 2 live quals now under my belt.
Yep. So as long as you get 3 more in before you forfeit 3 times, you're good to go.
Yeah, it should be fine. I rarely forfeit unless it's like a one-on-one.
But the qualifiers will be running. For anyone interested, they will be running. I believe August 7th is the final one. There's about weeks of qualifiers. They're going to be spread out through NA and EU times. So there should be multiple ones that you can make depending on your schedule. We really look forward to having people join the races and seeing more of these qualifiers over on Scrub Central.
Well, I don't think I'll be making Minuet bracket anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm curious. Kudos. The reveal last year was one of the most exciting videos that I saw all year.
I hope we have more brackets. I think it'd be really nice to have even more brackets for each of us. Though it would definitely be pretty difficult to set up a schedule for everyone.
Yeah, it really just depends on how the players are going to stratify themselves through qualifiers and really just see where you can make even cuts to make good competitive groups.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because last year, how many did you have technically qualify just based on number of races?
Last year, I think there were 7 groups of 8.
Yep,
Yes.
all based on the songs and Song of Time.
Yeah.
Like the Warp songs.
Speaking of Song of Time, McCrypt finishing 32nd place through 2038, who I believe was the number 1 seed going into seed.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Last season.
I just remember like the Afterlife dip that Afterlife did in his race against McCrypt. It just absolutely jetted that seed. It was amazing.
Yeah, I think that was the first actual race of season 3 brackets that was really
Sounds
exciting.
Right.
I delayed my races basically to the deadline to squeeze in as much practice. All right, Huff is into the Ganon fight.
Gonna be
Also
cutting up
going
some
to lose
bacon.
the Master Sword. Whatever will he do?
Just whatever you do, Huff. Don't let go of your sword.
Don't let go.
Just the one thing. Just don't let go.
It's hammer time.
Come on. Just hold on to it.
Well, at least I can watch the restream now.
Yeah, we will see if Huff would like to join us here in just a minute. Entering phase 2.
Bacon.
And that is going to be Ganon down for Huffpuff, who I believe will be joining us here for a brief interview.
Yeah. Hey, GG's.
GG's to Huffpuff. Finishing in 34th place today.
Oh man, I went everywhere except Restaurant 3 was.
Yeah, guess talk us through the end there. I think you had Rudos before you went back to finish Fire. Is that correct?
No, I got Rutos afterwards because I went to Graveyard to turn in 20 Skulls and Adult Gallery.
Okay. Because you finished Fire, full cleared that, and then what was the thought process at that point?
Well, it's a three-way draw between either Spirit, Shadow, or Ice in the Forest. And I just don't like Shadow very much.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
think they were all really valid decisions. We saw
Yeah.
both of you went into Spirit, and then after that, Lee made the decision to do Shadow. You decided to head Ice.
Yeah.
I think it's helped that there's like 3 Woths with like the Shadow Kit.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hovers and the Dins, yeah. I was thinking about the GTG one like later, but I think the bow is it the bow? I think the bow could still be the Waff though.
Was for Rudo's letter.
That was the Cac one.
Yeah, the bow to get the
No, but
to
like
get
I mean, could the other bows have been bow locked? Because the one in Zora's Fountain was bow locked.
I never found the one in Zora's Fountain.
Oh, well, there was one that. I don't know what the third bow was though.
Well, it certainly wasn't in Light Trial.
Yeah.
If I were to guess, probably Foolish Water.
Probably, yeah.
Because it's a dungeon that we're never gonna reach.
Yeah.
Either that or it was in Fortress, like on HBA.
Yeah,
Couldn't-
maybe.
Wouldn't know exactly. Oh my god! Did someone actually say there was a bow on HBA?
The
Damn.
Waff.
Yeah, so someone went back and checked afterwards.
That explains the foolish hint.
So. Yeah, did any other thoughts on the seed?
Well, hopefully no Strength 3 shenanigans again.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank both of our runners today, Huff Puff and Alpha Mario X, who we are also calling Lee basically this whole time. Also want to shout out my co-commentator Milky and our two trackers, Procrastinator AT and Waylon.
Also, a
this is
shout out
the-
to you yourself for also commentating. You are great.
Yeah, thank you for having us. The Scrubs organization was thankful that CSR let us host our first 2 qualifiers over here during the weeklies. We hope everyone really enjoyed the settings, enjoyed the races. Really hope to see everyone else for the rest of quals and into brackets. We're really excited about these settings and really excited to see people get to play them and have some competitive races.
Do have one real quick question. Huff Puff. Is it supposed to be pronounced Leet?
1337, but I don't like anybody
Okay.
pronounces it anywhere they want, honestly.
Okay.
Okay then, well, thank you everybody for enjoying the stream here on ZeldaSpeedRuns. If you want to see more of our content, in like 20 minutes there will be the Minish Cap Randomizer weekly race over at ZSR_3. And 2 hours after that started, here on Zelda Speedruns 1, you can see the MMR Standard Tournament Season 3 qualifier. Yeah, anyway, I think we will just go over to another streamer who is still in this race that you have been watching right now. And with that being said, thank you all for watching ZSR, and we will see us in the next stream. Goodbye.
Take care.